Right now, we're seeing a giant cultural shift when it comes to politics. What we're seeing currently is no longer Republican, Democrat. We're no longer seeing that. What we're starting to see currently at this present time is basically Americans and the left. And I know there's going to be a group of people on the left that don't want to hear that. They're going to sit here. They're going to call me right wing. They're going to call me a bunch of... But the problem is, you've pushed people like myself that are independent registered voters so far away that we're never even going to look to the left again.
I think we can all agree, guys. Now,
it would take fantasy. It would take a pipe dream in order for me to ever even look in the left's direction again. You guys have done everything you can to bastardize anything normal in this country. You've bastardized people having kids. You've bastardized straight couples. You've bastardized men and women wanting to stay in their separate bathrooms. You've bastardized people trying to keep education away from children. What the fuck is going on with the left, bro? You've bastardized us wanting to keep the country safe. You've bastardized people being patriotic. You've bastardized people waving the American flag. You've bastardized being an American. How can I ever vote in your direction again?
Since what happened again,
Yes, Libras will always change the narratives. When you take a look at these, let me make something very clear. President Trump knows exactly what he is doing. Trump is a deal maker. If Minnesota is agreeing to Trump's demand and all it took was moving Greg elsewhere and replacing with Tom, that is a big win. This isn't a Trump surrender, it is Trump shuffling the deck. I trust Trump's decision making. I would like to thank Greg for all he did. He is still with ICE, working hard as always. Just not in Minneapolis, a lot of people are saying Trump has surrendered. This governor called Trump and they agreed to work together. All Trump demanded was, give me all the criminals. That is what Trump said. Libras are saying on social media, oh, Trump has surrendered. This is what they want. Now Trump has actually cooled down the temperature. They are now bringing different motives. And I saw Jimmy crying on TV.
Bill Clinton, he deported or returned 12 million people. Obama deported and returned 5 million people.
Since what happened again in Minneapolis, I just feel compelled to say something. So I've actually written something that I'm going to read. I have been mostly out of the U.S. since this past September. So I've watched with the rest of the world our democracy being systematically disemboweled and torn apart, along with the institutions which in the near past, though never perfect, have stabilized our society and supported the American people. I am outraged and sickened by what is happening under the Trump regime. The cruelty, inhumanity, and arrogance, the voracious corruption, the cowardice, the sickening hypocrisy, the blatant manipulation of facts, and now the culture of American citizens. I have felt for a long time that there are thousands and thousands of American citizens with cellars full of guns. I fear that ICE is giving them the excuse to pull the trigger. Humans are a conflicted species. Since we ventured out of the caves, we have been tribal, territorial. The United States of America has been tribal, territorial, and violent from the very beginning. Democracy is the most idealistic and ambitious form of government because it demands that all individuals participate for the good of everyone, for society. E pluribus unum, out of many, one. Never perfect, because we are imperfect. But at its core, the idea that all of us are created equal and have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness was revolutionary when it was conceived, and it still is. Not the pursuit of enemies, or the pursuit of great riches that means the impoverishment of others, but of happiness. Democracy demands compromise, but compromise doesn't mean to sell out for personal gain or revenge. I sense from over here that the great American body politic is stirring, waking up, and taking in what's going on. What the Trump regime is attempting to do to our beloved country and its citizens.
This actually get me mad. If Trump decide today, I will remove all these border patrol, eyes, everything that linked to, securing the country in Minnesota, allowing people to be entering in and out. Would these people actually like the idea? I believe they will not like that, right? What is the problem struggling to make your city safe? I really want to know. At some point, it is like these people don't see this as a problem.
If our leaders are intentionally creating and encouraging violence and fear, then I hope you will also agree we need new leaders, because these are not leaders who were looking out for their neighbors. We want you to know that we are with you and you are not alone.
When I see an actress like this addressing this issue, it baffles me. If you don't know, actress Glenn Close says our democracy is being systematically disemboweled and outraged and sickened by what is happening under the Trump regime. If you check all these presidents, they did this even worse than what Trump is doing. Obama deported people, right? With ICE. And some people lost their lives during this process, which is not something everyone is praying for. For a lady to do this kind of video, it is like removing people who enter the country illegally is a bad thing. I don't know. These people always address issues in a way that will favor their ideas.
They're lying. We saw it. And that's how brazen they lie when they know we've seen the truth. That's how they lie when they know we know. Imagine how they lie when there's no evidence to contradict them. And maybe that more than anything explains why Alex Preddy really was a threat. Because he was brandishing witnesses who capture the truth.
Automatically, these people are having the same message. They're against ICE. What if these border patrols decide not to work again? Would this country be safe again? I'm not seeing any commentator, comedians, Hollywood people, none of them are actually coming to, give balanced takes on these issues. Everyone is coming, this. At some point, I don't even know what to say. I believe you've seen the videos. I don't want to make the video long. I think I'm going to end here. Thank you guys for always being sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. As of the short clip that is for the white algorithm, you can skip.
There's no one watching.
Normalize what's going on in this country right now. I love America. I love us. I love our communities, free speech, the Trevor Project. And
My babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be off them damn phones and watching me right now.
Bill Maher, you give us so much, but I would love a little less. Just
best editing goes to the Justice Department.
Thank you, everyone.
I'm a little in shock about that. Maduro.
Let your hatred and
Sit this one out.
Well, these guys are paid, dude. And we
100.
There you go.
$1,500.
if they get the.
Well,
I want to see
it
them
is coming.
get it.
MAGA's going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Robin.
Can sit at either place. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate
So you and your husband were friends with Robin Michelle Reiner, and
everybody knew that wasn't true.
A dangerous relative as a likely suspect. A tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night before at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, being back on his own. In one end,
She said,
Should have said nothing.
The United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment.
when people
People ought to have. Yes.
Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy.
Times. What the?
Created dangerous situations threatening both